Bitcoin has had a crazy couple of days. We absolutely exploded through our previous level of resistance at $60,000. So the next big question is whether or not we're going to test our all-time high of 69K. So to do that, we're going to have a look at the short time frame charts and analyze the strength of our current trends, as well as our monthly candle close. Welcome back to the channel, guys. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jess, and as the channel name suggests, it's all about crypto, trading, and technical analysis. So if you're all about that or you'd love to learn, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Okay guys, so starting off with the monthly candle close, we just had a monthly candle close above $60,000. That is this big candle here. It was a very bullish month. So we started that month around $42,000 and had nearly more than a 40% climb upwards. So I remember at the start of the month we said that if we can get a candle close above $48,000, it would be very, very bullish, because as you guys know, it is a bull run trigger point because of that dead cat bounce level, that prior level of major resistance. So after getting that level, there's really no other levels of resistance above $48,000 that are of enough significance to essentially trigger a massive move back downwards. So now that we've broken above $48,000 and we've closed above it, our next level that we should be looking out for is naturally that all-time high, and then after that we go into price discovery, which is all obviously very, very bullish. Hey guys, I'm just really quickly interrupting this video to tell you that my VIP channel has officially launched. VIP is a Telegram-based channel that gives you exclusive access to my personal trades, at least 3 of them a week, with exact entry points, stop losses and targets, detailed trade justifications and risk returns, and a complimentary risk management and trading journal. In the last 3 months, I took 70 trades in total with a win rate of 74% and a profit to loss ratio of 6.8 to 1. You can find all the results of my last 3 months of trading on my website justdoescrypto.com, including profits and losses, and contact me down below using the link in my description or by pressing this button on my website. Thanks guys, let's get back to the video. So the macro charts look really, really good, and they've been looking good ever since we broke above that $48,000 level. But what we want to know right now is whether or not we're going to see $69,000 or whether or not we're due for a little correction back downwards, and what that shorter time frame price action looks like. So to do that, let's zoom in a little bit and go into a daily chart. So taking a look at this daily chart here, we can see 2 major trend lines. So we've got our monthly high time frame uptrend, which is this lower one here, and then we've got a shorter time frame daily uptrend. We can also see on the daily chart that after getting that candle close above $61,000, we're now trying to test this level as a base of support. So we had a small little rejection from this range here from $62,000 to $64,000, and now we're trying to find this level as a base of support in order to continue upwards to $69,000 and into price discovery. So if you guys remember that monthly chart, you know that we had our prior all-time high candle close just on this level here at $61,000, and so obviously going above this and getting those candle closes above that level is very, very bullish. We can also see from the uptrend that we've got a couple of levels of support. So if we find support on these levels, things are still looking very, very good on the daily chart. So if we have a really rapid move to the downside, we've got that short time frame level of support just above this area here, and that is at $53,000. You guys can see on the VRPV there is a significant level of volume, and if you remember from that last week, this was that horizontal range that we were in for like 10 days, and it was driving everyone insane. So we have a base of support at that level, and considering just how strong that level of resistance was, we were in it for quite some time, I would say that is a very strong level of support. Just above that, obviously, we have the base of this resistance range here. So that is at $56,000, maybe slightly higher if we take a look at the VRPV. But within this range here, we have another level of support. And so if we bounce on either of those levels, we're still in this daily uptrend and still technically bullish. Even if we do lose that daily uptrend here, we have a higher time frame uptrend, that monthly one, and we have levels of support on $48,000 and $46,000. But like I said, while we're in the uptrend, there's no reason to assume that we're going to go below the uptrend until we break it. And so going to $48,000 to $46,000 is really just pure speculation. There's really no signs that we're going to see that. Even if we pull up the RSI, things are looking very strong on a daily chart. We're not seeing any signs of exhaustion. Momentum and strength are in an uptrend, so we are actually gaining continual strength and momentum while we move upwards. And so even though we are in a little bit of that exhaustive range here, we shouldn't really be too concerned. We're not seeing any major signs of a massive correction downwards on the daily chart. So to figure out whether or not we're actually going to find support on this level here at $61,000, let's zoom in just a little bit smaller onto those shorter time frames. If we take a look at Bitcoin on a 1 hour time frame, we can see that it is currently traveling within a short time frame range. So that range starts at the top of our level of resistance here at $63,000 and it goes down to the base here at $60,000. So obviously that $60,000 is the top of this high time frame resistance range here. So we're trying to stay above that level. And then the base of that range is all the way down here at $56,000. So the question here on the shorter time frame is whether or not we're going to see that break above this level here at $63,000, or whether or not we're going to fall back below this range and into that higher time frame level of resistance. Taking a look at our RSI, we can also see that we had some bearish divergence. So we had the top of that peak here on the RSI here at that first test of $62.5 thousand, and then we had our second peak on that downtrend here at $63,000 when we had that second test. So naturally decreasing strength and momentum as we test a level of resistance. Without that flip of momentum, we naturally rejected downwards. So obviously, as with all bearish divergence patterns and these downtrends, at some point we are going to see a reversal because obviously we can't go down forever. So at some point we will see some bearish exhaustion, and at that point we will see a momentum flip to the upside and have that correction back upwards. So that's a very common narrative for Bitcoin. It tends to overextend itself, and we tend to see these bearish divergences on Bitcoin very, very often. The big question is whether or not we have this momentum flip below $60,000 or above $60,000. So if we exhaust the selling pressure below this level here, then we might fall below these levels of support to that base of high time frame support. So that is at that $56,000. So if we have that momentum flip within this range here, we might just go back up to test that $60,000 range again. So that obviously negates the narrative that we're going to see that $69,000 just yet, right? But if we have this momentum flip and we do exhaust that bearish momentum above this $60,000 level, then we should move above to break this next level of resistance, right? Because we flipped the narrative, we flipped the momentum, it's increasing strength and momentum, we're breaking through resistances, and then we should test, first of all, that deviation high at $64,000 and then that $69,000 level. So this is what we want to watch out for, guys. If we maintain this range here above $60,000 and eventually have that flip, then things are looking very good for that 69K. Further to that, it also looks like we are developing a short time frame uptrend. So from where this peak happened and that massive deviation to the bottom, we have this short time frame uptrend here. So we have developed many short time frame uptrends on this hourly chart. We have one over here. We have got that one there. Let's just pop that in, and then we've got this short time frame uptrend here. That just looks so messy. But obviously what I'm trying to say is not only are we traveling sideways in that $60,000 range, but we're also having higher lows. So very, very big signs of strength here from Bitcoin. And so as we continue to absorb all of that bearish momentum, even as we're in this RSI downtrend, things are looking quite good for that reversal above $60,000. Alright guys, that is everything from me today, so make sure you keep your eyes peeled for that $60,000 level as well as that daily chart uptrend. If you enjoyed the video or you learned something, feel free to like and subscribe to the channel down below. And if you want to see more of my content, I do have a free Telegram channel where you can sign up for daily Bitcoin updates as well as crypto and economic news. If you're a trader and you want 15% off your trading fees, sign up down below to BitGet and BingX. They are two of the world's top 10 exchanges, and BitGet is available outside of the US and Singapore, and BingX is available non-KYC and worldwide. Hope you guys have a great week, and I will see you next time. Bye!